civilian deaths and Cabal silent genocide exposing the beast system, scalar matrix torture and gang stalking for louche energy harvesting, and yet the individual is handicapped by coming face to face with a conspiracy so monstrous that he cannot believe it exists. J. Edgar Hoover, FBI Director, you'll believe that this industry and the part of the government which is encouraging them will be responsible for more civilian deaths and suffering than all the terrorist groups in the world ever. With the growth of the industry over the past 15 years, I would say now that these people are probably going to cause more death and suffering than the entire Second World War. And is that genocide? Yes, without a shadow of a doubt. Barry Trower, Miss. 70% of the population has sold out to the cabal and is participating in a massive global conspiracy to systematically destroy your life and covertly torture you to death. The cabal is attempting to fully implement the new world order on this planet, a complete technodystopian tyranny under Satan. If you have been assessed to hold conscious anti-NWO sentiment, you are currently being targeted by a massive system attempting to methodically torture and eliminate you. This system is called the Beast System, and it is composed of two aspects: a global matrix of scalar, frequency, torture technology, and an organized global gangstalking network. 70% of the USA population by my estimates, lower globally. While the end goal of the Beast System is your death, it is also attempting to harvest your energy through heavy scalar attack and engineered chaos in your life. If you emotionally suffer while this torture is being imposed upon you, you are feeding this system your energy. You need to be informed of the Beast System and how it operates so you may better navigate and succeed in life in spite of it. The cabal will attempt to finalize their slow play for world domination in this lifetime, but their plans are destined to fail. It is written, God and the light is more powerful than Satan and his army. It is ultimately not a contest but an illusion. Asha darkness upon this planet is about to be exposed and collapsed, and all golden age will be birthed like a phoenix. Scalar matrix. The cabal has developed and received advanced technology behind the scenes through a variety of means. They stole from Tesla upon his death, reverse-engineered from Roswell and other UFO crashes, and have been gifted technology from negative aliens/demons in exchange for incremental control of our world. They have cures for all diseases and free energy. They have breakaway civilizations, secret space programs, SSPS, and an interplanetary corporate conglomerate, ICC. The most advanced of this technology is quantum computing beyond anything conceived publicly. The Cabal quantum computer network is centralized and laced as a backbone behind the global electronic grid of satellite cell towers, electricity, personal tech, etc., so that the grid is able to effectively operate as one giant computer. There is constant mass microwave and other types of scalar frequency radiation emitting from the electronic grid. This basically floods the space of the surface of this planet with a scalar field. The quantum computer network then organizes all electronics and humans as identifiable nodes on a network through this mass scalar field. This is the Internet of Bodies, 10B, and He wireless area network, one which I will talk more about further in the article. The Cabal quantum computer network is vacuuming and hyper-organizing world society metadata of all electronic information through black backdoors. Then it is intelligently utilizing the mass scalar field to live, record, and download the active physical world through scalar telemetry to create our real-time digital replication called the digital world. It is a simulation of reality. Then through scalar biotelemetry, the electronic grid records and emulates the active physiology of human beings as digital twins in this world. This gives the Cabal enormous surveillance capability because it allows them to view anything or anyone off the surface of the planet, recorded or in real time through the digital world. Please watch The Dark Knight 2008 and Allegiant 2015. The electronic grid has also been weaponized with harmful scalar frequency programmability that is incrementally, cell phone, cell towers, HARP, etc., will be discussed later, controllable through remote operation. For convenience sake, we can call the electronic grid in the digital world the scalar matrix because it is a global electronic matrix grid of digital world surveillance with scalar weaponization. The scalar matrix is weaponized because all devices associated with it are able to attack you by shooting scalar frequency at you. These attacks are directed by gang stalkers in your local environment or remotely by the Cabal. You are not able to see these attacks with your eyes or, usually, hear them with your ears. They go unnoticed unless you have become sensitive to it or develop extrasensory perception, ESP, because they are subtly and progressively imposed through the air. It is not healthy for the human being to be constantly bombarded with unnatural radiation regardless, but these attacks are all specifically designed to attempt maximum damage. They torture and attempt to steer your behavior through damaging your body, cognition, and emotion. They attempt to make you function suboptimally. Cabal gang stalking. We live in the film They Live 1988. One estimate 70% of the USA population have sold out to the cabal and are working with this system. They are all complicit in serious war crime against the civilian population for organized psychological warfare, torture, and genocide either through action or association. They are gang stalkers who operate under cabal direction. My main source for estimating such a large complicit populace is Sabrina Wallace, and her information is linked in the reference section at the end of this article. She is a whistleblower from DARPA/Space Force and a Black Project survivor. One understand this is a bold claim, but the cabal is able to easily hide such a large complicit populace because gang stalking and scalar torture is all cover meta-behavior harassment. The advanced technology allows for the whole system to operate over the innocent's head on another level. Additionally, all information on this planet is meticulously remotely monitored with this technology. There are sophisticated operations from all cabal-run world government intelligence and military agencies to eliminate all hard evidence of secret space programs, ETs, undisclosed technology, and gang stalking. The cabal, 1%, are paying gang stalkers, 69%, to partake in a giant Truman Show 1998 where they are the actors and you, 30%, are Truman. They are operating in a completely different and cruel world in front of our very eyes. It a dirty secret that they are all in on. They live while you sleep. The cabal has extensive psycho-behavioral profiles on everyone. Just as they are able to quantum identify who carries conscious anti-NWO sentiment, resistance, they are also able to identify individuals who are likely to sell out to the system, cannon fodder. The cabal approaches them and offers the system, which is basically selling your soul to torture the innocent collective in exchange for financial and health relief under cabal systemic control. These individuals are willingly becoming torturers in a massive conspiracy and enjoy it. They are given varying degrees of access to a scalar matrix surveillance and weaponization capability based upon the advanced technology they have. At the top end of this advanced technological capability, they are able to have access to a targeted individual's real-time activity through the digital world. They are able to read your mind if you are psychically unadvanced enough to defend your cognition. They use the scalar matrix system to torture you with scalar attacks and watch to see if you react to them. If you react with subtle or overt, emotional, cognitive, or physical distress, they sadistically laugh at your suffering. They are trying to dumb you down by torturing your brain with scalar attack and make you operate suboptimally. They have degraded their consciousness to basically that of a rabid animal. They are able to pass as psychologically normal and socially functionable among the population because of the intense power control high and gaslighting dynamic that has been established, but underneath their facade is psychosis and chaos. You can simply imagine their eyes align between those who are in on this massive conspiracy and those who are not. When you cross this line, there is no going back. There is a U.S. Air Force Special Access Projects, SAPS, mission patch that states a lifetime of silence behind the green door. They vow to partake as a lifetime of silence from those not in the know. Unfortunately, some of your family, friends, acquaintances, and/or daily strangers you interact with could be involved in this system without you even knowing. They could be gaslighting you and playing dumb. It's easy because the operating intelligence gap across the green door is artificially made large due to advanced technology enhancement. They are artificially operationally supported through whatever black technology they are using. One would like to take this a step further and designate all gang stalkers and undisclosed advanced technology associated with this system to be behind the beast because the scalar matrix and cabal gang stalking operate in conjunction under the beast system. The beast system, a group of cabal Italian black nobility families believe they are and attempt to function as cover world dictators who plan to soon be openly recognized. I would like to specifically name the Orsini and Pallavicini families. All of these families are behind and are the Jesuit order centrally operating from Vatican City, Rome, Italy. They attempt to run the world from the Holy Roman See Triangle, Vatican City, City of London, Washington, D.C. I will call them the Jesuit order for simplicity's sake because this is their operating hand for attempted world domination, but I want to emphasize that the Italian black nobility are behind the Jesuit order. The Jesuit order believes they already own the world through coercion and financial ownership of all major governments, industry, and criminality. All open and illicit financial unguarded resource of the world society is being systematically vacuumed to the Vatican by way of controlled inflating fiat petrocurrency, and they have attempted to buy everything and everyone with They have extensive financial capability. They are the headship of and puppet the rest of the cabal negative occultsy societies, Rothschild Khazarian Mafia Zionists, Illuminati at the Jesuit order works with the demonic realm psychically. They are unconscious kin and fodder for satanic delusion. They currently work with three aspects of what they believe to be Satan, Satan's spirit, the Antichrist, and the Beast. The Antichrist is a member of the Jesuit order who they believe to be Satan incarnated born in the year 2000. The Beast is an advanced quantum computer that is operating under the Jesuit order's jurisdiction. The Beast system is the global extending operating arm of the Beast controlling head. The Beast is the main quantum computer behind the scalar matrix. The Beast being practiced upon you by many, many people. Gangstalkers and the cabal have forsaken God. Answer is forever written throughout all time and space. Did Job submit to his life reduction torture, or did he remain faithful to God in spite of it? There is a major deception and betrayal being practiced upon you by many, many people. Gangstalkers and the cabal have forsaken God and betrayed their humanity. There are many complicated layers to this, and ultimately only God can judge. The reason why it is important for you to know this is not to be paranoid but to place your faith and trust in God and yourself first and others second. The cabal and gangstalkers are watching you constantly in the hope that you suffer. They are a very unwelcome audience to your intimate life. This ghost audience grows, fades, and alternates based upon your location and how entertaining and or threatening the cabal has assessed your life to be. They are trying to handle and herd you through life without you even knowing it. They are trying to play you like a sim and trying to poke and prod you like cattle through a corral. You are just trying to live your life, and there is this unseen delusional system that 70% of the population is complicit in trying to impose slavery upon you. You are a man sitting peacefully in his house. Cabal gangstalkers are a band of rabid, loud, aggressive monkeys who wish to cause as much chaos and noise outside as possible. They would like to breach your house and kill you. When you meditate and connect with God and your higher self, say like reinforcing impenetrable security on your house with complete soundproofing. There is a war going on for your free will and sanity, and it is up to you who wins. You win when you walk through life with unconditional courage and choose to pick yourself back up after every fall. When you do not give in to suffering. How the Beast system attempts to make you suffer, a wearables be scalar matrix. See life sabotage for psychological warfare, digital twin torture. F. False slavery perception. G. Energy exchange, Wuxia wearables. There is a vast array of advanced black technology spread throughout the cabal and global gangstalking network behind the Beast. There are gun-looking directed energy weapons, DEWs, spy gear, torture remotes, infrared tracking microwave weapons, black software sick. Gangstalkers are, some of, your neighbor shooting microwave, gun with infrared scope, DEWs at your body and brain through walls. They are your neighbors constantly surveilling, trying to handle your activity and reading your thoughts through synthetic telepathy. Gangstalkers may be reading your thoughts in real time on an iPad-like device or computer screen. They can watch you through your phone or computer camera. Unfortunately, one of your family members or gay friends could have a torture remote for you in their pocket. Gangstalkers can attack you with a black software app on their phone. It is the CIA, NSA, FBI going through your personal computer files or watching your computer phone activity, even when you are offline, screen mirror, live in real time. There could be gangstalkers working at the ISP or VPN service you pay for that could be cyberstalking and subtly sabotaging your internet activity. There could be gangstalkers working at the websites or phone apps that you USC visit that could be cyberstalking and subtly sabotaging your internet activity on these platforms. They will surveil and try to steer your subtle behavior through remote scalar torture while you participate in activity. Gangstalkers/cabal are military intelligence, government scientist agents, DARPA, Space Force, running through, doing damage to your biology, body, tissue, bone, brain, neurology, nervous system, immune system like a game, remotely from behind a computer screen in a military base, vector/drone attack. To make things simple, I will focus on one technology that is more all-encompassing to allow you to understand what your main threat is. Wearables are micro-BBCI, brain-to-brain and/or computer interface wearable devices that can be covertly laced in normal-looking apparel, like a ring, watch, necklace, etc. The technology laces into the gangstalker's neural pathways remotely, through scalar frequency. A basic version can be bought for only $300 behind the Beast. There is a diagram in the next section v scalar matrix that has our real link online showing a wearable. This information comes from Sabrina Wallace. This BBCI allows the individual power and intelligence within the beast system according to their rank within the NWO. The NWO hierarchy is already established behind the beast. The wearable basically gives the individual synthetic spiritual power. One synthetic telepathy, the individual may communicate with other gangstalkers and cabal telepathically. They can read the thoughts of targets and play with their mind like a hack if the target is weak in cognitive defense. 2. Synthetic astral projection, the individual may close their eyes and travel throughout the digital world. They may scout information or prey on targets in real time as a synthetic astral ghost. 3. Remote torture, the individual may telepathically command or telekinetically operate scalar matrix electronic grid infrastructure to attack targets with scalar frequency for attempted physical, cognitive, and emotional control over the target. 4. Beast intelligence, the individual may receive commands from cabal bosses or the demonic realm/Satan. The individual may receive downloads of intelligence in the form of computer files or direct intel to their BBCI wearable. Any sort of metadata the beast has stored can be strategically given to the individual for missions according to their security clearance within the beast system. 5. Black, synthetic sixth sense, the individual is able to black psychically feel through the digital world to gain information on people and things. This poor, inferior, and inverted synthetic replication of the human being's natural God-given sixth sense. This the main avenue through which the cabal and gangstalkers try to siphon loose energy from the innocent collective. They feel for suffering through a black sixth sense and basically try to drain the energy like sipping through a straw. It is very similar to Dementors from Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, but done through the digital world. They will try to attack a target with remote scalar torture and try to sip off of any loose emotional response in real time if the target cannot defend themselves. This is also known as courting in black magic. The cabal and gangstalkers who are trying to use black magic will use the scalar attacks to try and plug in black psychic energetic lech cords into the chakra system and aura/biofield of targets. The cabal and gangstalkers are intentionally and willingly going down the transhumanism path and trying to push the transhumanist agenda upon humanity for tyrannical control through AI and technology. The ad is ultimately not artificial as Satan, the beast, or the ground zero force unconsciously operating the technology. Wearables are the final step before technology goes into the body. The cabal are already hybridized and biosynthetically modified with artificial genetic engineering tech given to them from demons and/or negative aliens. They are trying to implement the transhumanist agenda in phases: external personal, cell phones integrated personal, wearables internal personal implants, synthetic genetic engineering. Wearables are disclosed as watches that are given to the people who sold out to the aliens and elite in the film They Live. While connectivity and communication through the internet with computers is a good thing, the concept of the internet was seeded by higher intelligence, namely the wingmakers or central race. Smartphones are hijacked by the cabal to try to scalar torture you and surveil you in real time. The scalar matrix scalar attacks are only able to harm you according to your soul electromagnetic biofield weakness. The more you align with God, the more you are protected. This is because God protects the righteous, and also because your biofield is activated and magnetically repulsive reflective to harmful scalar frequency when you are connected through your higher self's energy flow. The ability to consciously goosebumps are a good indication that you have an active biofield. You may practice this by trying to pilot erect through your forearms and then expand this feeling throughout your whole body. It is the same sensation as feeling aware of your body and skin during mediation. It can be helpful to pilot erect and try to focus your energy if you feel like you are being scalar attacked. The scalar matrix is the electronic infrastructure grid network through the digital world, with a quantum computer network backbone. As I've stated, it's all been weaponized with scalar torture capability. This system is then also supplemented with various types of RAMA. Believe it or not, your number one threat is not the smartphone you carry around all day in your pocket. That is your secondary possible threat. The first and most dangerous torture is actually scalar frequency attacks being shot through fellow human beings. Human beings are all nodes on the digital world as their digital twin. According to their soul weakness, or their association with their digital twin, they have been weaponized by the grid to shoot scalar attacks through the human aura and the innocent collective does not yet realize we are locatable in real time by our W-ban or M-ban, medical to gangstalkers and the cabal. Scalar attacks are ultimately coordinated through the quantum computer network. The attacks that gangstalkers fire from their wearables, black software phone apps, etc., are all ultimately negative macroscalar vectors against your biology, biobacking, or life situational torture. This information is sent in real time to the quantum computer network to be carried out as a scalar vector drone attack. A scalar matrix. One body. The cabal is trying to shut you down. They squeeze your respiration so it is difficult to breathe. They want you breathing shallowly through your mouth all day instead of deep breathing through your nose, though pursed mouth exhale breathing can be healthy during meditation. They squeeze your arteries so your body is not getting properly oxygenated and you feel exhausted without cause. They want to give you a heart attack. They want your nervous system completely fried. They perform neuromodulation for behavioral modification. They subtly damage your brain through nanoscalar shots to steer your cognition and behavior. They transcranially magnetically stimulate the brain to swell it and deswell it for metrics. Testing for non-invasive neurosurgical neuromodulation, according to Sabrina Wallace, DARP. They can try to make you a vegetable. They attack your biology in every subtle way imaginable. They can try and make you cut yourself in the kitchen or spill and drop things. They can make you need to relieve yourself at inconvenient times. They can try to make you thirsty or hungry. They can bring a bad smell to your nose. They can vibrate your body inappropriately or strain your voice at inconvenient times. Through heavy scalar attack they would like you completely bedridden and miserable, unable to move and exhausted without even knowing why. They apparently do this especially with the elderly who lack the energy resilience and want people in a health bath from being unmotivated to properly take care of themselves. They are basically trying to make you exhausted, steal all your energy, so it's more difficult for you to enjoy life. They are able to scalar remote control nanotech smart dust and have it crawl all over the body subtly to also attack you subtly. 2. Cognition. If you have a weak active cognition unprotected by your soul, the cabal and gangstalkers can play with your cognition like a hack-sack. The cabal and gangstalkers try to steer your behavior. They try to make you forget things. They want you to feel confused and have brain fog. They are constantly shooting scalar attacks at your brain to try and dumb you down. They laugh at you if you operate tasks/activities suboptimally due to their sabotage torture. They can project terrorizing thoughts with their wearable. They can try to throw you into full-blown psychosis and paranoia. They can try to induce severe mental illness like depression, panic disorder, anxiety disorders, schizophrenia, or bipolar disorder. They can try to make you go into depersonalization or derealization states. They can try and trick you into doing crime. There are frequencies to try to make you very suicidal. 3. Emotions. If you have undeveloped emotional protection, they can induce severe despair and hopelessness emotionally upon you. They want you to feel shattered, fearful, and submissive so that you are easily controllable. They try to exacerbate your emotional response to stressful, traumatizing life situations/crisis and feed off of loosh if you suffer. Life sabotage. God protects you in life according to how devoted you are to the light. Everyone's walk with God is personal and individual. Your higher self is the overlighting aspect of your soul which surrounds and protects you. God and your higher self are your main 2 guardians, but there are always plenty of archangels and angels waiting to be called upon to protect you. There are also very many positive ETs assisting. You are constantly monitored and protected by benevolent higher intelligence when you align with the light. The light is much more powerful than the dark. The cabal and gangstalkers are able to sabotage your life to a point, but there is a line of protection around you they do not dare cross. If they cross that line, they are swiftly neutralized by angelic forces who work through a variety of unseen means. If you are a powerful presence and genuinely want to better this world, the cabal and gangstalking network would very much like to either break you completely or kill you if they can. You are in the way of the NWO being fully implemented with your good-spirited presence. They will sabotage your career, social life, privacy, and health to the best of their ability. 1. Career. The cabal is already strategically raising the poverty line to slowly introduce societal collapse. Poverty. Cabal will try and ruin your reputation through the gangstalking network. They will cultivate mistruth and misinterpretation of anything about you. They can attempt to steer and play your social life like a game with this system. They try to handpick your social network. They will try and break up your marriage if it is too healthy. They will try to honey trap you with gangstalkers. They want to cuck you if you are a man, cover humiliation. There is nothing wrong with adoption or stepfathering. They will infiltrate your social life with gangstalkers. They will orchestrate chaos and unnecessary stress in your life. 80% of all chaos in your life has been engineered. They try to exacerbate your emotional response to stressful, traumatizing life situations/crisis and feed off of loosh if you suffer, stated before. They want you bankrupt, institutionalized, imprisoned, homeless, or to commit suicide. Gang stalkers participate in meta-communication where they will seemingly be saying something kind to you but they are secretly wishing you ill. It's possible to have some friends attempting to sabotage you. They orchestrate any sort of street theater chaos, and find any of your physical, cognitive, or emotional reactions of distress to be amusing. Your life is a game to them and you are very much their entertainment if you suffer. 3. Privacy. This is psychological warfare. The cabal wants to max out your threshold of cognitive dissonance without crossing the line. They want you to feel paranoid without knowing why. Your intuition will rightly pick up that something is wrong, but your rational mind will not be able to put it into words. This is part of the gaslighting cognitive play gang stalkers enjoy so much. It gives them a psychotic delusional power high over a target. They will subtly damage your car or home and pay you to give you stressful, long, and expensive repairs. They will break into your home with a key. The cabal has no issue going through most base security on the planet and steal something subtle or rearrange something subtle. They will constantly cybersoak everything you do online or on technology. They will read your private journaling with even more precision if it is done on the computer or phone. They are trying to make you feel like you are always being watched but unsure. You actually awareness does break. 4. The cabal is then ultimate. 4. Psychological warfare. 1. Quote, the targeted individual directed energy target more easily provoked in this constant state of physical and psychological trauma. This allows them to manipulate the victim's brain and, by default, the victim's central nervous system, which controls the bodily functions including heart rate and blood pressure. That is what these directed energy attacks are about, killing me in a way that makes my premature death appear as a normal natural cause while simultaneously discrediting me in the process. Remember, they are trying to alter your daily motives and emotional perceptions. The remote neural monitoring system is designed to provoke you emotionally, intellectually, physically, etc. They can generate response statistics which the system will use to determine how to interpret and link descriptions with data captured about your memory references, etc. That is why they are constantly trying to keep you talking, or constantly stopping you and asking for directions, etc. So always ignore prolonged random encounters with people you don't know. You're not being rude. Just refusing to allow them to manipulate you. Once they have consistent statistics, the system will use previous choice references and inject them into your subconscious thought during normal activity, which is also accompanied by simultaneous impulse injections to convince you that the response was your own and influence you to complete or describe the reference by making the appropriate verbalizing or performing a related action, which they known as verification. You can fight and or control this if you learn to defeat these memory attacks by leaning to read active memory. Once they see what you respond to emotionally or intellectually, they will fabricate conversational or situational scenarios, street theater, based on events or topics they know will capture your attention. This is why the perps try to keep you talking for so long. Not just to aggravate you but to provoke you into an emotional response, intellectual responses, etc., so they can map your thought process in order to subsequently inject impulses, etc., and control your mind. This is why the feds try to get people close to you, e.g. by approaching you and or befriending with a hot girl, with so-called honey traps. Here is how you stop that from happening. Ignore all prolonged random encounters with strangers you don't know and be spontaneous. This same remote neural attack can be used to disrupt your speech if the attackers decide to prevent you from discussing a specific topic or repeating a given word. The system can be configured to disrupt your recollection when formulating a related statement or inject gibberish-triggered substitution while you are attempting to speak. The cabal and gangstalkers will operate nanotech smart dust on your face and body to subtly disturb you and make you itchy and irritable. They will stimulate certain itches on your skin as a game to try and distract your focus and find it entertaining that you have to scratch due to their harassment. How loot is harvested is through there are cabal members in your neighborhood who believe they own you. Each major world region is split into 12 subregions, with the 12 main Jesuit generals being in charge of each of them. They believe they own everyone and everything in those subregions under Satan's jurisdiction. We are actually living in an attempted The Lord of the Rings reality. Soren equals the quantum computer is telling them. An energy exchange, Losh, the reason why this energy harvesting is hot or emotional, Loosh, as opposed to cold or unemotional, data is because it is ultimately up to you if your energy is stolen. Loosh eating is a subtle energetic exchange that is able to occur only if the victimized reacts in emotional suffering. It is basically getting a sadistic dominance high from feeling superior to you, humiliative laughter, pseudo-superiority, disrespect. It is psychopathy and sociopathy. It is an unnatural black, synthetic sixth sense that allows for the cabal and gangstalkers to get high off of you. For the energy dynamic, a useful analogy to think about is a Dementor puppet dynamic. Gangstalkers and the cabal operate like Dementors from Prisoner of Azkaban 2004 while trying to play you like a puppet. They try to manipulate and sadistically play with your life and suck lush energy if you emotionally suffer from their torture. They are trying to sit over your head and trying to talk down. The cabal and gangstalkers walk around all day basically trying to operate over the heads of the innocent collective and sip loosh at their pleasure. They are operating through their black sixth sense and synthetically, artificially, feel around for energy they can try to leech off of. Able to get high off of you if you submit to their torture subtly or overtly, loosh leak. A lot of scalar and situational torture is being done to you constantly without you even realizing it. If you are able to become consciously aware of this subtle reality and maintain a resilient, non-reactive, courageous psyche in spite of it, they will no longer be able to steal your energy. It is like successfully standing up to a bully. This is all an attempted imposed system from the outside and not your reality unless you give into it. You are able to raise your consciousness and live untouched if you connect with God and your higher self. 1 a.m. The death sentence. Many cabal and gangstalkers can be put to death under galactic law of the light forces for gross violation of human rights, human freedom, and war crime. Gangstalkers believe they are untraceable and are operating under a mass delusional false reassurance given to them by the cabal and their demonic, negative alien handlers. They think they can continue to torture innocent people to death because the system operates covertly, but in actuality all scalar and situational harassment they have participated in has been quantum recorded by positive ETs and algorithms who watch over humanity and especially the innocent collective. There are advanced overarching galactic laws that govern and protect human rights and human freedom in the free cosmos, which the light forces will enforce as soon as this planet is liberated from cabal control. One accurate interpretations A cataloged as the Galactic Codex on the 2012 Portal blog, http:/2012portalblogspot.com/2012/04/Galactic Codex Normal OBTML. But in terms of proxy understanding, the light forces are able to use the laws on this planet to charge the cabal and gangstalking collective. Two such examples are the Fourth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution and 18 U.S.C. 2441 under 90D 29617 times 10 to the power of 24 https://www. YouTube.com/watchv equals R86 QVAC 2 cuck. The cabal and gangstalkers do genuinely believe they are going to get away with it, aside from certain members who are in the know and secretly terrified but can't show it. They are all reassured through mass delusion in the black reality they are operating in. They think the system is remaining fully functional and finalizing the NWO. Their computers are telling them it's mathematically secured and their remaining demonic/negative alien contacts are reassuring them that it's all under control. They feel protected in the scalar matrix between the dumbs below and the black budget craft above, not realizing that the light forces of the Agrans below and the Galactics, Pleiadians, Dirians, Arcturians, Aldebarans, Andromedans, Galactic Central Races, Wingmakers, Cosmic Central Race, et above are about to intelligently collapse the whole system and break through at the event that Cobra talks about at http://2012portalblogspot.com.